All right, lady loves. So basically tonight, for the girls that are going to be catching the recording, I wanted to jump back into team call schedule and start at a place that kind of makes sense for all of us since we're all doing different things right now. We've got different priorities and schedules, as well as I know not all of you guys are actively working the coach business. A lot of you guys are interested in this call simply because you want to help reset and refocus and just get back to taking really good care of yourself because you know that you've done it in the past and it's possible, but you haven't been able to keep up with it lately. So ultimately, tonight's just going to be staying consistent in busy seasons because it's going to apply to all of us. Um, so I'm just going to run through some notes I have. It's going to be very casual tonight. If you have questions and you're catching replay, please message me or comment on the Facebook post that you found this on, and we can have a conversation from there too. But ultimately, I've got 4 things that I think we can all really resonate with and that can help us as tools when it comes to being consistent. So the first obvious one is accountability. The reason why I signed up to be a Beachbody coach almost 2 years ago now is because I was a busy college student. I had a full-time credit load, balancing 2 part-time jobs, and I was a full-time dog mom. I had Emily with me at school and a relationship, and I was away from home. So I was like, okay, I haven't been able to maintain a healthy lifestyle up until this point in school. What's been missing? It's not like I hadn't had access to workouts. I've always had access to a really nice gym at school. It's not like I didn't have friends that lived healthy lifestyles. It's just they were doing their own thing, and I wasn't plugged into a community that helped me feel like I could be accountable and show up. And if I didn't show up, that they'd be calling me out or supporting me and getting back on the horse. So accountability is the biggest thing that we have to our advantage versus everyone else out there trying to stay healthy. When it comes to different diets or even just different workout and fitness programs, no one's going to call you if you miss your class at the Y on Wednesday morning that you signed up for. Like we can count on each other to be there and say, okay, 5 out of 10 of you guys logged your workouts today. Where's the other girls? Like that's so amazing to me about this community. And when it comes to your responsibility in saying yes to the accountability part, it means staying active in your challenge groups. So your coaches can post and give you opportunities to stay accountable, but it's up to you to stay connected and turn your notifications on your phone so you see those things every day. Or having the reminder set, remind me by 5 p.m. I think is the default if I haven't logged a workout or a shake yet today. And if you're not interested in being a part of someone else's challenge group, a lot of you girls are coaches. You want to host your own, you want to have your own community. That's something else you can do to keep accountable is hosting your own groups or creating your own community on Facebook, even if it's not the typical log your shakes and your workouts, just having daily posts in there for your girlfriends to stay motivated and stay connected to each other. And another part of accountability that I really love and that helps me even more than challenge groups is just posting on social media. For me, that means taking videos of me taking my pre-workout because I know people are going to be expecting a workout video to follow in the next 30, 40, 60 minutes. Because they're like, okay, I know she gets tingly in like 15 minutes. She's going to be working out. She's probably going to post that she did a bomb-ass workout. What did she do today? And if I don't show up, I know people are wondering, where did she go? So that's how I stay accountable with sharing my story on social media. Another way you can do this is posting your results. They don't have to be look at my stomach in a bikini. They can be face-to-face Fridays. That's one of my favorite, just to show like the bloat being gone. Or it can be transformations like, here's how my mood shifted, or here's how my habits have changed, or this is something I have in my life that I didn't before because of these habits. So just updating people. It doesn't have to be constant, but as long as it's meaningful stuff and showing, this is something I'm doing to remind people, hey, I'm still doing this journey. You can count on me to show up for it. And just kind of setting expectations of yourself for other people to have, I guess, if that makes any sense. So that's something that I try to be intentional about. People know the way I show up on social media. And if I'm not doing it, it's kind of like, where did she go? The second tool I have is using the community to your advantage, using the connection to your advantage. And this goes beyond the physical challenge group community. This means connecting with people in the group that so-and-so is also a mom of 2 and she's up to her eyeballs and busy with, family life, or she's on a breastfeeding journey too and she's up throughout the night and exhausted, or anyone that you connect with that's either part of the team or you just have something in common with, and forming those relationships where you know you've got each other's support and you're showing up for someone besides yourself. I think that's extremely motivating to me. Is I know that if I miss a workout, I'm not just negatively impacting my journey, I'm letting down people that trusted me to lead their journeys too. So that really hits home for me. Something like this, being present on a team call, is huge for community and just not isolating yourself, because like I said, something so special to me about Beachbody is that we're not just doing our workouts by ourselves. We're not just starting meal plans by ourselves. We're not physically maybe working out live on a video together every day, but we know that we're not alone in it. So when it comes to meeting the team halfway, that means showing up on team calls and making an effort to stay connected. Another thing to do to really take advantage of the community part of this, and not a lot of us do this, is like physical events. So in our coach community, we have something called Super Weekend. They're quarterly events and they happen across your state. I guarantee that if you're close to a city like Madison, Wisconsin, or Minneapolis, Minnesota, or any kind of metropolis or bigger hub in your state, there's going to be a live event that someone's hosting, whether it's at a hotel conference room or an event center or a school. There's something called Super Weekend that Beachbody leaders in your area host. And it can be anywhere from 10, 15, 100 to 1,000 plus people. And ultimately what those events do is it facilitates and fosters that element of community, but it also gives you a chance to do stuff that you wouldn't be able to throughout the year, like giant group workouts. And if you're in a bigger city like St. Paul, Minneapolis, or wherever you guys are located, if it's a bigger metropolis, they often have Beachbody trainers. Like Shaun T was in Chicago a couple months ago. I got to work out with Autumn Calabrese in January in St. Paul. And so just being aware of the opportunities that are passing you by or have passed you by in the past, because maybe you just didn't know they existed. But if that's something that interests you, reach out to me and I'll send you the link so quick to look up where like the events are located to you, because I've made a 4-hour drive for them before. I'm going to be making like a 3-ish hour drive for the one in November. But just to keep on your radar that the next event like that is going to be the weekend of November 2nd. It's not limited to a Sunday anymore like it used to be Super Sunday or Super Saturday. Every location is going to be different, so just keep that in mind. The one I'm going to is going to be in Madison, though. If anyone's in the Wisconsin area or wants to carpool or meet me there, a lot of my college chickies that I met in Madison, if you're still in the area, it'd be really cool to meet up. But we'll do like a team lunch or whatever after the event. I think my particular event is it's morning-ish to like 1 p.m. It's going to be different whatever the location is, but I know my particular event is that time of day. They're all going to be like 2.5 to 3 hours when you take into account that there's a group workout and then like an information session. That part might be more catered to the coach community because it's going to talk about product launches for the upcoming months and the quarter for the business. However, it's not going to be completely irrelevant to you if you're not in the business, because it might inform you of programs before everyone else knows about it. Like we're going to talk about the bar program that's going to be available this winter, if that's something that's exciting to you, and you can get information on that before everyone else does. And it might even spark your interest about the business that you didn't even know you had. So that those events are welcome to coaches or guests, we call them. So different ticket costs. So being a part of the community, that's just another way that you can really be a part of something beyond just an Instagram or beyond just a challenge group, is being physically with people that have the same mindset and the same goals, because that's really powerful to me. And I know it's powerful to a lot of you guys too. The third tool, this is more of an abstract concept. It's not, this is what you should do. It's, I want you to really, I'm just going to call it vision or purpose. When it comes to staying consistent in busy seasons, accountability is going to be huge. Connection and community are huge tools too. But if you don't know why you're showing up every day, it's really hard to will yourself to do it. If that means knowing your goals, I'm not just working out because it makes me feel good. Like I want to lose X pounds by X date, or showing up for your business. Like, I want to get back to earning $100 weekly paychecks or having X number of dollars in my bank account by Christmas so I can afford to buy the presents I want to for the people in my life. So this might look like you sitting down with a notebook and asking yourself, why did I sign up to do Beachbody? Why am I a Beachbody coach? Or why am I in this challenge group? And really getting real with yourself and saying, okay, I think I lost sight of this. Like, if that question takes you a while to answer, that might be exactly the reason why you're having a hard time staying consistent, is because you kind of just got sucked into the motions and it didn't really fire you up to do it anymore. Because I'm telling you, working out is hard. It's not going to be easy. Being healthy and making wise choices when it comes to nutrition, it's not supposed to be easy, but it's supposed to be empowering because there's a greater purpose behind it. So it's going to be worth it sweating your butt off to Shaun T 6 times a week, not because it's the right thing to do, but because it fires you up or it gets you closer to a goal that you're really focused on. So just being really keen on, what the heck am I doing this for? I guess that would be the third tool. And then the fourth one too, I think that beyond goals, I want you guys to remember to celebrate yourselves, because I think we get really sidetracked and we talk about what's hard or what we're not able to do or what we want to achieve and haven't yet. And I'm a type 3 Enneagram, if that means anything to anybody. And that's just because I'm considered the achiever and I attach my sense of self-worth to the accolades, to, in my business, like rank advancements or hitting certain goals. And when it comes to those times that I miss those goals, I take it so personally and my ego takes such a hit. And something that helps me is when I step back and I say, okay, you might have missed this goal, but what's something else that you've really, really nailed? Or so what's something that you thought you couldn't achieve and you already have, and you blew past that goal because you didn't take time to appreciate what you've already done really well. So I want you to use this fourth tool for consistency and really showing up for yourself, and just remind yourself what you've accomplished up until this point. Maybe you haven't lost the 15 pounds, but maybe you lost 3 in the first week and you've maintained that and you've kept it off. And maybe that's something you haven't done before. Or maybe you've really stunk at sticking to a meal plan for more than 4 days at a time. But when it comes to being on track for your nutrition for 3 or 4 days, maybe that's something you couldn't do for more than a day, a month or 2 ago. Or maybe it wasn't even something that you thought about. Maybe you were just eating whatever you wanted to, because we've all been there. And part of this, guys, recognizing your goals and your achievements, you also have to make sure you're balancing it with physical goals, stuff that you can quantify or measure, with non-scale victories. So not, okay, I'm working out 6 days a week, but I haven't lost the weight. Maybe you don't have control over the weight you lose or how quickly you lose the weight, but what you do have control over that you should celebrate is that you showed up 6 days a week. That shit's huge too. So celebrating the non-scale victories, not inches or pounds lost, but the intention you show up with, or the resiliency you have to show up even when things aren't happening as fast as you want them to. So just knowing you always have something to celebrate, even when you're getting stuck. Because when you're busy and you miss 1 day, it's easier to miss 2 days. And when you miss 2 days, it's easier to miss a whole week. And I know a lot of us are in those seasons right now. It's just a cycle. But what's super badass is that it's equally powerful to have one workout go really well and to want to work out again and again. And for week 1 to go well and you're like, shit, I want to feel this good on week 2 or even better. So it's just as easy to get sucked into the bad habits as it is the good, because they both feed off of each other. Were you going to say something, Kay? Oh, sorry. I thought you looked like you're getting ready to say something. Okay. So those are my structured part of the team call. The second half is just things I want to ask you guys or get feedback on. Whether it's you, Kaylee, and Emily that help me out, that's fine. If you have nothing to contribute or give me input on, that's fine too. And we'll see what the other girls have to say about this when they watch it. But I'm in a season right now where I want to be better for you guys. And I've really gotten away with being consistent in my leadership. I can show up and I can do the workouts and I can drink my shake, but I used to have really good systems in place that it seemed like really helped my girls, girls working out and girls working the business. This applies to both of you. So I want to make sure that we can either re-implement those systems that worked, or you can tweak them or try something new to really gain momentum team-wide. Because I feel it in my heart. I feel myself gaining energy and momentum to get really back into a routine, but I want to make sure I'm doing it in a way that includes all of you guys and encourages you in a way that you learn best from or that motivates you guys, because I know we're all a little different in that way. So I'm going to throw out some ideas that I've been thinking, and I've bounced off a few of you. The first one is, if you would be interested in a weekly Zoom call, this would be a call among everybody on this team, coaches, challengers, whoever, and it would be a talk about our personal journeys. We're not going to talk about business. We're not going to talk about how to invite or whatever. I want it to be a call that you guys feel comfortable saying, okay, I only worked out 3 times a week. Like, can any of you guys tell me about a time when you were really depressed as a student and you got out of that slump? Like, I want it to be something where we can be open and candid about that stuff. Or, guys, I've emotionally ate every day this week. Like, how do you combat stress eating? And then we can all have a conversation about it. So, weekly Zoom call. I'd love to know how you guys feel about that. My thought process is, I know the majority of us would benefit from weekends, maybe weekend afternoons. I know some of us work, or a weeknight sometime. And I can also offer 2 different times if we need to accommodate certain groups of you guys. So there's one thing that we can implement if it works for you. Second of all, when it comes to stuff that a coach, not just me, but if a coach is to post stuff in a challenge group or in our Facebook community, do you benefit from the motivational stuff like Pinterest quotes and me trying to light up you guys and put energy in this place? Does that benefit you more? Or do you think you'd need more, like, I don't want to say education because that makes me feel like I'm an authority and I'm not, but for me to share more tools and resources like meal planning tips or recipes or anything nutrition related that we might not all be super keen on until someone were to share like a link or something to a blog post. So I want to know or gauge kind of how you guys feel about that. Do either of you guys have input on that part?
So I don't know. I think like I think the weekly call would be great, because I know something like I really struggle with is like, I need someone to like be there and like, hey, you need to go do this right now. And I know like I also have to hold myself accountable, but sometimes it's easier when you have somebody there who's like really kind of pushing you.
Yeah.
But like what I feel like I'm struggling with the most right now is nutrition and like sticking with that, because when I go to work, nobody brings food, so then we order out every day, and it's like, so I need to make food to bring with me to work, because if I don't, like, I eat pizza or like burgers or whatever everybody else wants to get.
Yeah.
So like nutrition like tips and meal planning stuff would probably be great for me.
Okay.
Personally, but
no, that's awesome. That's what I want to know. Okay, cool. I definitely remember working in an office where we definitely had all like staggered work schedules and our lunch breaks didn't line up, but someone called at least once a week and was like, what does everybody want? And you're like, here's $10 every time. Like, it gets expensive. I remember those days.
yeah.
Okay, I took a note, Emily. Thank you. What about you, Kay? Would you want to do like a weekly Zoom, or what do you think?
Yes. I even just like that because I like hanging out.
Me too.
I like hanging out. And I also feel like when we had our little like morning dates, I was definitely more excited to go work out.
Yeah.
And even if we're not like working out together, but if I'm on here and I'm like talking about it, I know I'll do it so that I can say I did it. That's just how it works. Like,
yeah. Okay.
I have that guilty conscience.
While I'm throwing that part out there, because I've thought about this too lately, and I have major guilt about not doing my morning workouts, because I know that would help me too. What time could we have a link up and I could make sure it's scheduled? Like, okay, Kaylee's going to be on for our early girls at blah, blah, blah. Liz will be hopping on at blank.
I'd have to be 5 a.m.
5 a.m. your time.
Yeah.
Okay. honestly, I'm at the cafe by 6:20 every day.
So that's,
So I could honestly be working out at a very similar time to you.
yeah.
Just really be painful.
And I did it I did it Monday, and like I felt so good all day, but I just haven't
That's
been able to do it again.
that's adorable.
So it's fine.
Okay, so 5:30 is 4:30 my time. If you'd still be on around 5:30, I could be overlapping and be like, "Look at you."
Yeah.
My turn.
I would definitely be on at 5 because now that I'm doing 80-day, it's an hour.
Oh, that's true. Okay.
And I have to be done by 6.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
Okay. Well, just talking about it makes me want to do it again.
Yeah.
Okay. Emily, would you want to work out with us in the mornings?
I would. I actually love waking up early, and I've just been super lazy and like out of the habit of it.
Retweet.
But like, I love getting up early because then like I feel like I can get so much more shit done
Right?
before I
Yes.
like leave for work or whatever. It's great.
Right.
And it's just so nice to come home and like not like just like chill
Yeah.
Yes.
and relax.
You can be
Yes.
lazy, but you know you're not lazy because you got your shit done.
You
You're
got it done.
I'm a-
Yes.
Right.
And I know you can relate, Emily, to not wanting to do a damn thing when you get home because you're on your feet all goddamn day.
Oh my God. I wore heels to work the other day. It was the worst decision I've ever made. I hated myself.
Emily is a hair goddess. So she's not just on her feet, but her arms are up here at all times. Like,
Mhm.
Can you come help this out?
I'd love to.
It's in so much trouble. Ugh,
oh my God, I love it.
it's having issues.
Weekly Zooms are going to happen. Morning Zooms are going to happen. I'm so glad we're talking about this. Okay. I've had girls express to me daily check-ins would be helpful. And part of me is like already like the wheels are spinning, like I know I'm going to let so many people down because it's so many people that I would be messaging individually. But I'm wondering if I could make that like a streamlined process, like, okay, daily post, like a poll or something like
I say if you can schedule, like go in once a week, schedule a poll. Like, you can
I can.
please schedule a poll, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and schedule them for the week and have them go up at the same time.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Like Monday through Friday or every day?
I would say every day.
Okay. Okay, I can
Just
do
because if, like, I don't know. I mean, I always work out on the weekend just because I have the time more than I do during the week anyway.
right.
Well, and sometimes like the weekends are when people work and their days off are like Monday, Tuesday. So they need that check-in on like Saturday, Sunday still.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of workout programs have you working out on Saturdays anyways. Okay. Part of me, and this is me being super transparent, I have a really hard time with the challenge tracker app. It's just it doesn't bring me joy. Like, if I'm being very real, I have a hard time with that system, but I know a lot of people benefit from the logging. So the poll's a way for me to accommodate people that need that, like, yes or no, did you do it? So I will balance that with including like the nutrition education and resources like that in posts with like links and stuff. But I'll scatter them so it's not like all week long, here's stuff you're learning, because it'll make things easier for you and for me. Another idea or question that I had was more related to the coach business, and that is two things. When our team was pushing for certain goals, like earlier this late winter or spring, or just when we're really actively working our businesses, we used to do stuff like a live power hour. Essentially, I mean, for people watching the recording that don't know what the heck it is, it's just I post a link like for this Zoom call. I'll say I'm going to be on working my business maybe every Wednesday, like at this time or something. Hop on. We can mute ourselves or you can ask questions, but I'm just going to be working for an hour if you want the support, So we might be doing different tasks, but just having that solidarity, I guess.
It's like office hours. I love it.
Yeah. Yes. That's a perfect analogy. So I'm asking y'all if you want that back, if you have an idea of when that will work for you. And it could be back to back with our weekly Zoom too, if that's something you'd want to do. so you can stay on or you can leave if it doesn't apply to you. That could be an option. And then another thing for my business girlies, would you benefit from having me make like a monthly post calendar? As in, I provide a template for, okay, October 1st through the 31st. Here's a month's worth of social media post ideas for you to go off so you don't run out of ideas if you wanted to stay active on social media and sharing your journey. And it's simple stuff like day 1, share a recipe. Day 2, talk about something that's changed since you started coaching. Day 3, share your favorite workout outfit brand, or like something that's related to coaching but reaches different people every single day. Just a general idea. So feedback on that would be awesome too if you'd benefit from that. I feel like one of the most common concerns I get when it comes to new coaches or coaches that fall off, it's I don't know what to post every day. So even like every other day I could give you ideas too. So that's what I've got for different systems, maybe if you guys want them in place. So let me know about what sounds good to you, what piqued your interest, what you're like, I don't need that, but I'd like to know from everyone, I guess, so I can accommodate all of you guys. So yeah, we got through our notes, y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you guys have anything to add to those things? Or a message to the girls that couldn't catch live?
Well, I do like the idea of the calendar because, honestly, it's not that I don't have anything to say. I just haven't been able to, I just don't take pictures as much anymore because, I don't have, time after a workout or before.
Right. Yeah.
So it's like.
You're a brand new teacher.
Yeah. Here I am.
That's an adjustment. That's a big deal.
But what else was I going to say?
Post calendar and live power hour, or what I asked about, if that's what you're wondering or forgot.
Oh, and I haven't done any reading, so.
Oh, like PD?
Yes, maybe some PD recommendations.
Yeah, I could even do a monthly here's a good idea.
Let's do book club.
Let's do book club.
So kind of related to book club. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
You go.
I never rent books. I don't go to the library. I just buy them.
Mm-hmm.
And some books I love and I reread, and some I don't. So all I ever want is just someone that I can mail books to. I loved this one, read this one, and a sisterhood of the traveling books is
Dude, like a book
I think
swap.
would be great. Yeah. So I don't know if PD and non-PD books I think would be great, but that's something I've always wanted to do, and I just don't have enough friends that read that want to do that with me.
I have so many butterflies right now.
So
I'm dead. This is in her glory.
I have so many books I could send you.
Yeah, so that's something I think would just be so fun.
My only fear is that someone would be an asshole and ruin a book. Not trying to, but forget to read, or would lose a book, and I'd be like, my baby. I would be so mad.
Right.
I'm so protective. But if it was a cycle where you have one of mine, I have one of yours,
well, yeah, that's how look, I've got you can't mess us up because I have yours.
Right, exactly. I'm gonna hold it hostage until you're.
Yeah.
I love that. That is so cool. How do you envision that being for would you want to do it monthly? Okay.
I think probably.
Yeah. Ooh. And PD would be a good place to start if people needed PD. Otherwise, it could be you know what? I just need some kind of stupid fiction to distract myself.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Sometimes you just need a new book that's not one that you pick.
Right.
I always pick shitty ones and I never finish them.
You always.
Same.
Literally.
You don't finish them, Kay?
Yeah, because I always pick shitty ones that I don't even like.
Yeah. I have a few on my shelf that will definitely be part of this swap because I'm I don't want to read you.
Rude. I don't
Don't
want
take that
shitty books.
personally,
I want the
anybody.
good ones.
Everyone resonates with different books, so it's good for somebody. Otherwise, they wouldn't be on a recommendation list, I guess. But yeah. Oh my god, that's awesome. Okay, that's happening. Yay! Okay, I'm gonna end the recording, my friends.